Okay, so the next thing that I want to do here is actually get us building our own form. So I'm going to go ahead and open up Sublime. I have a new file, call it whatever you want. Mine is forms.html. I'm going to add my skeleton in there, the boilerplate, give it a nice title like form demo. And then I want to start, remember we have the form tag and then we have the input tag. We're going to start with the input. So let's play around with some input tags first. So let's just add a few here. We'll do text, we'll do color, which is my favorite. Let's try radio, and let's do password. And save that. Let's go ahead and open it up in Chrome. And you can see we have 4 different inputs. So this is text, this is color, this is a radio button, and this is password. So again, you can always go to MDN to see all the possible options for inputs. There's quite a few, but what we're going to go ahead and do is build the simple login form that we've seen. So all that we really need there are these 2 inputs, text and password. And then we're also going to want a button, and we have a few choices for buttons. We can do this, create a button tag, and click, let's say, submit here. But what we can also do is make another input with type equals submit. And you'll see, we refresh, they look identical. And they're not going to do anything in this case. So we have username, which is what will go here. And then we have our password. But that's not really clear to a user, just someone who's encountering this form for the first time. So there's a nice attribute called placeholder that we can add. And what placeholder will do, it takes some text. So I'm going to go ahead and add placeholder equals username, placeholder equals password. And it's just going to be the text that is temporarily filling the input before the user alters it. So we end up with, have a small typo here, placeholder, there we go. We end up with username and password. So let's go back. I'm just going to add an H1 here, just say login. Here's our form, although technically it's not a form yet. It's not a form tag. It just looks like a form to us. It's 2 inputs. Let's go with input type equals submit, just so that we can really hammer home this point that the type attribute can drastically change what input does.